These are gourds. They are dried, and they're pretty much like wood when they're dried out. I get them and they're whole, all one piece. I cut them open, clean them out. There's all that. It's just kind of like a pumpkin basically, except for they get hard. And so there's all that. If you imagine a pumpkin, all those seeds and all that stuff that you take out at Halloween, that's in there, dried. You have to pull it all out and scrape it out. It's very dusty. I have to wear a mask and goggles because it's mold. There's a lot of mold in there too, so it's not good to inhale that. So I have to scrape all that out, clean it out, wash the inside. Sometimes I have to wash the outside. There's mold, kind of a skin that forms on the outside. You kind of have to clean that off and let that dry. And it takes several steps to get it to where you can work on it. And when it completely gets dry, then I can start kind of doing the art side of it instead of just the cleaning side of it. Well, I always loved ceramics when I was in college, but it just wasn't very realistic for me to do that, to get the kiln and all of that stuff. And I painted for years and years, and I had seen these at art shows and kind of wanted to try it. And I had some health problems and I couldn't stand it, and I had back problems. I couldn't stand it on an easel anymore, so I decided to give it a try because I knew there would be lots of stops and starts. And I just started working with it, and it just took off, and I just love it. The natural, the shapes, the kind of the skin of the gourd that comes through. I use leather dye so you can kind of see through what the skin looks like rather than a paint. So, well, this one has a philodendron sheath and a real Zuni fetish carved by a Zuni artist. These are dyed pine needles, and this is a stone. They're very light. You have to be careful, like when you're showing them places, lots of people will pick them up, and I mean, they weigh almost nothing. And since they are organic, I mean, I do spray them with the finish, but people always ask me, can I put flowers in them, like live flowers? And I say, no, unless you're going to put a glass cup in there first. I mean, they're not waterproof or watertight, but they are organic, and I have created a few funeral urns for people because since they are natural, they will go, if you were to bury them, they will go back to the earth eventually since all the parts are natural.